Hello, YouTube. What's up? It's Miss Myths. You might not know me by that name, but that is a pet name that I have from my youngest of students. I used to teach dance, and that was the name that the 3-year-olds could pronounce. Anyway, I've since well, prior to that time, I've been on a natural hair journey, and I was in the middle of combing my hair out just now, and I said, you know what? Why not record and add to the video library that I'm intending on putting up on YouTube? So, this is why you see me in mid hot mess. Um, I should also note that I am sick right now. I don't know if I have the flu or what is going on, but yeah, it hit me the other day, and that's what's going on. So I also look extremely crazy, aside from having my hair being a hot mess. My room's a hot mess too because I was working from home and everything was happening in the bed today. So every time I get ready to do my hair, I'm like, oh my god, I should be filming and see what I can use for footage later. So right now, my hair needs to be washed. I'm gonna wash it tomorrow. Um, Gosh, how long have I been natural? I'm gonna have to go verify this, but I think I stopped perming my hair in 2011, and I put my hair into box braids and kept that way for about 2 years. And then, so 2012, 2013, maybe 2013 is when I did the chop and let my hair flow. But I'll go back and check and let you know. So my hair is also right now, it is filled with sweat and matted together. I am also a health and wellness coach, and part of my job is to sweat and to be fit and to help other people on their health and fitness journeys. So yeah, so I works it out very often, and my hair gets jacked up. And my normal mode of style would be to do a twist out. I've been rocking that for quite some time. And then the other style would just be to have my hair up in this like reverse braid in the back of my head with a little poof thing in the front here. So that's another reason why my hair is stuck straight up on top of my head right now. But as of late, I've been thinking I wanted to do something new, that I am looking for a little more versatility, and I've been searching and searching and looking around all over the place. And I at first I thought I was gonna maybe do braids, but I was like, I'm not really that much of a fan. Not that I'm not a fan of the braids, but it's like, I've done that before. What else is out there? I was looking for a different, like a new look. And then I thought I would do crochet braids because that looks cool. I saw some styles with that. But so where did I decide to go? I took to Instagram, and I started looking. Actually, I wasn't even looking at this point. At this point, I just happened to bump into a post by somebody I was following, and she was in her Instagram post. It was a video, and she was just going like this, whoosh, whoosh, and I was like, oh, that style looks so cute. Now when I'm doing that whoosh whoosh, imagine hair whipping from side to side. I was like, what is that? I want to see what style. It looked like it was these tiny twists. It almost looked like dreads, but not. And then when I looked at her hashtag, she had in the comments that it was Sisterlocks. So that is the journey that I am on. I will be getting sister locks. I've been watching y'all guys' videos, and like I've literally have been watching them like every single night before I go to sleep. Falling asleep to YouTube videos with the sister locks is amazing, because y'all put on some great music in the background, which just like rocks you to sleep. You're entertained enough to watch the whole process, and then it just like relaxes you. So thank you, all of YouTube sister locks community, for doing that. I hope to join you all. And here's my first video, showing you my hair in a rough state, in a jack state. I don't know. I was told that my hair is damaged, which I wasn't. I kind of thought, but I wasn't entirely aware of that. I thought that, I don't know, I thought it was just like I needed a trim. I've also been kind of going back and forth with, not really a battle, but I've been going back and forth with my mother, who is a hair care professional, but she primarily deals with relaxed hair. She does now more so deal with natural hair, because people are relaxing their hair less and less nowadays. But she doesn't really come into contact with too many clients that have my grade of hair texture, which I will say I'm excited about the fact that with my grade of hair texture, my hair should lock quickly. My loctician told me that. Shout out to Natasha and Diva. Sorry, almost called the wrong name. I don't know why that name pops up in my head when I think of you. Maybe I'm just like thinking like you're like this diva. But the studio, the hair studio is called Vanity Studios in Brooklyn. So that's where I'm gonna be getting my jump offs done. Oh, sorry, I'm like rambling, but yeah, my hair type will lock quickly, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that. It's like the texture of my hair has been the type of hair texture that would be made fun of as a child growing up. It's like if your hair didn't have some type of motion to it, it wasn't socially acceptable. People didn't understand it, people didn't recognize it, people didn't appreciate its beauty. I love it, I love it now. I did not love it when I was in elementary school. When I was in elementary school, and I did go to school with, it was a mixed school, but I think there were still predominantly more white kids that went to the school. So, and then, the early 80s, thinking about the standard of beauty that we saw on the TV screen or that we saw in magazines was not typically my face and faces that looked like mine. So, yeah, to learn how to appreciate that was not part of the routine. It was actually quite the opposite. It was about trying to convert, or what should I call it? Yeah, convert it into something else, change its state to make it more manageable. And I don't want to get that part twisted, because there is something to be said for that piece of it. The manageability is a process, but it can be taken care of and maintained in its natural state. You just have to know what you're doing, and you have to take good care. And I'll say that I don't know everything there is to know, about it, in these few, maybe 3 short years of being natural. It's definitely been trial and error. And as you can see, there's some error going on here because I have some damage to my hair. So that's one piece of it. But I think people would use that a lot to say, to use the manageability issue as an excuse to say that, oh, I'm getting a perm so that I can make my life easier. Yes and no. Yes, and you can kind of blend in more. I'll just bring up this. So I have a dance background. That's another passion of mine. Early on, when I used to study ballet, and I was at a dance school that in my neighborhood that was a pre-professional dance school, and they put on full-length ballets twice a year at least. And one of those ballets was the Nutcracker, and the lead character was a character called Clara. And Clara was white in this story of the Nutcracker, and I guess her friends were white too that were coming over to her party. The opening scene in one of the opening scenes in the show is the party scene, and they're celebrating for Christmas, and by the time I was at that particular school, there may have been myself and maybe one or two other students of color there, and the way in which we were deemed eligible for the role of not even Clara, because at that point in my life, Clara was not on the table. That lead role, we were not getting Clara. But in order to be one of her friends at the party and to be considered a girl, okay, to be cast in the role as a girl, you had to have, the rule was you had to have at least shoulder length hair, because the hairstyle was to be a half up and a half down. Back then, I don't really think people were considering doing weaves. If they were doing weaves, but for some reason that wasn't even a consideration for a young person. Like, why would you really even slap a weave in a young child's head? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, not knocking anybody who's doing that now, but I don't know, it just seems a little crazy to me. Anyway, so that wasn't an option. So because my hair was considered not shoulder length, even though what you just saw right now, my natural hair has grown out to at least past about 6 inches. My loctician told me that it's 6 inches, right? However, I would have to blow it out. I would have to flat iron it. I would have to do a curl manipulation, and we could go through all of that. But the director was not seeing that, I'm sure the director did not understand that was even a possibility. In her mind, she probably just saw a little afro or whatever it was and was like, no, you can't be in that role. And the crazy thing is that I do recall getting a relaxer very early on. I got a relaxer at 9 or 10 years old. So by this time, I believe I'm at that school. So I had a relaxer, and I still wasn't good enough to be be that part. But aside from that, at that point I was very young, so I was new to the school as well. So that wasn't the entry role for you. But moving forward, because I stayed with that school all the way up until high school, I was not cast as a girl in party scene. I was always cast as a boy. Um, so that's just a little side note. However, I'll give you another side note to give you a positive and a flip side to that, is that I did break the mold, however, and I was cast as the first African American Snow Queen. So that role is a coveted role, and you have to have talent and skill. And yeah, I made it. I didn't get the role handed to me, just because I was a person of color. I've been at this school for a long time, so I did work for it, and so that was good. I got that role at the time when I was probably 15 or 16. So yeah, it took some time for some things to change, but it has. All this is to say is just to give you some backstory. Right now, like I said, I love my hair. I love the fact that I can do these styles, and I love the fact that I can do an afro puff and stuff like that. That's something I'm gonna miss with Sisterlocks, but the thing that I think I'm going to enjoy the most is just a little bit more versatility and a little bit more up and go kind of thing. So like I won't have to like take the time to change the style. The style can last forever, and it's gonna grow with me. So it's pretty cool to see my hair grow in its natural state, not being in a relaxer, growing. Because I've had my hair relaxed and seen it grow, down to here, but only down to here, no further. I see these people with Sisterlocks, their hair is down to their butt, and they're doing length checks, and they're like, length check year number 3. And I'm like, yes, do it. I can't wait until that's me. So yes, thanks for watching. I'm going to upload some videos probably before this. I don't know. And please, if you're out there, can you reach out to me, and if you have Sisterlocks, if there's anything you feel I should know. I'm a newbie to this. I know there's a community out there. Please feel free to drop a line and let me know like what I need to do beforehand. I know, like, my lactician told me this whole long thing. I think I remember like 1 or 2 of the things that she told me, so I'm gonna need some help there. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you like, subscribe to my channel. All right, bye y'all.